Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to do a pickups video. I haven't done one of these in a while, mostly because now is not really the time, for me to be doing a lot of picking up of stuff. Not to say that I'm not doing fine, but I am starting a business, and you need to prioritize a little bit. I can eat and I can live and everything's okay, but I've still managed to amass quite a bit of stuff here, so take that as you will. So just going to start off here. You guys have already seen this if you've been watching my anime I watched videos, Landlock. I think I mentioned in that this was something I had queued up on Netflix, and then it became, not something that I could rent, so I went ahead and just picked it up because it was super cheap. And unfortunately, it's not all that good. It is, the animation's pretty nice. Like, it's nice looking. The character designs by Masamune Shiro are all pretty cool. It just isn't that entertaining to watch. Good effort. I thought it was all right. But it's an interesting thing to have, just kind of for my old school anime collection. So not too disappointed in that. Next up, they were having like a buy one get one free sale at I think FYE. So I went ahead and picked up a couple things. I found Zenki Saga 1. Now this is I think a fairly long running series. I don't know how many discs or episodes there are on this, but I think there's like at least several more, maybe even 4 more of these, or 3 more, 4 total. But if you guys follow my videos again at all, or are interested in the PCFX, I'm sure that you're aware of the Zenki game on the PCFX. And I didn't look this up, but I swear that there are other Zenki games on other systems. I think there's one on the Game Gear. I think there's one on the Super Famicom. I could be wrong about that. But at any rate, when I saw this, I was like, oh wow, they actually had the anime released here. I never knew, so I figured, heck, I might as well go ahead and grab that. It was like, I guess $17.99, but like I said, it was buy one get one free, so I thought that was a good deal. The one that I ended up picking up, something I don't know anything about, again, it was free, so I just figured, heck, I'd take a chance. This is Zetman. I just looked at the reviews on Amazon, I think, and it was well reviewed. Sometimes that'll bite me in the butt, but, it was free, so the price was right. And, worst case, I can just go ahead and turn around and sell it if I don't like it. So, I haven't watched any of those. I've been in kind of another weird mood recently, just doing what I feel like, I guess. So, hasn't been watching a lot of anime. I did, have been playing, a few games. I think I mentioned I started up Final Fantasy 11. So I've been playing a little bit of that, and one of the games that I'm going to show off here in just a little bit has been taking up a lot of my game playing time. But yeah, so speaking of which, most of the stuff I'm showing off here is anime. I have 3 games to show off. They're going to be toward the end of the video, so if that's all you guys care about, you can skip ahead. But hopefully this will be a short video anyway. And who doesn't want to see Sailor Moon? Come on. This is Sailor Moon R. This is one of those ones you guys remember. I've been picking these up as they've been coming out, and I haven't even opened this up. You'll find that with most of these, unfortunately. But just really wanted to have this. I had pre-ordered it when it, when I heard that it was coming out, and I'm really glad to be able to pick this up. This is Volume 1. They're of course going to do another in the set, but this has the the box and everything, which is pretty cool, and it's on Blu-ray, which is great. I've talked about the Blu-ray before. They kind of did some sort of post-processing, like digital post-processing on it. I think it looks fine, and I'm totally pleased with these, so really happy to have that one. I'm definitely going to enjoy catching up on some more Sailor Moon here. And next up we have another classic and excellent series. I'm so proud to be able to say that I have the last volume of Ranma 1/2. You guys, if you've been watching my other videos, know that I've been kicking myself ever since they released this series back 10, 15 years ago maybe, and I did what a lot of you may be doing with this series, which is, it's totally natural. You get the first, set, you're like, oh, this is cool, you get the next one, maybe you get the next one, and then, they're just coming out too frequently, or, you just get sidetracked with other stuff. I mean, how how important is it keeping up with some anime series that keeps getting, volumes and volumes versus like all the other crap in your life? It's pretty normal, but it's a bummer when you end up not getting a whole series that you really wanted. So I didn't want to let that happen, and I stuck to my guns. And I have the last volume. I now have all of Ranma 1/2. In fact, I realized that not only do I have all of Ranma 1/2, I have all of 3 of Rumiko Takahashi's major television series: Ranma 1/2, Urusei Yatsura, and Meizan Ikoku. I count that, just as an anime fan, as a personal achievement. Yeah. So next up, you guys know my stance on bootlegs, I guess. But, I took a pretty hardline approach when it comes to fan translations, just because I'm part of that community, and, I think that my voice, can lend something I think that's pretty important to that conversation. But, I don't want to be like a bootleg prude or something like that, in general, I think we can all agree that bootlegging is wrong, and it's good to get your stuff through more official channels. Or if you're gonna just not get things through official channels, don't spend money on them. There are alternative ways these days to enjoy things without money being transacted to people that don't have any stake in the creation of the works. That's just kind of extra silly on top of silly. But suffice to say, I have partaken of some bootlegs in the past, mostly in terms of anime that, especially where there were things that weren't coming out here. I used to watch a lot of fan subs and be really involved in that community, so it exposed me to a lot of really, really good stuff. And then, later on, especially when like these good video formats came out, like DVD, you really wanted to see that stuff and have it. Have a library, have it in your collection. And this show in particular never came out. So I'm going to show you here the bootleg copy of this that I have. I used to order stuff from, I don't know if this came from Animaniacs, but I used to order stuff from them. They would import things from Hong Kong and sell them here. Apparently that was perfectly legal, so I did acquire this legally. It's still a bootleg, but with this Robot Carnival, this is such a cool show. It's essentially like an anthology movie. Katsuhiro Otoma had something to do with this. It seems like he's basically spearheaded this style of animated film. Maybe other people did it before him, but I've really never seen anything other than this, Memories, and Short Piece that have had that same kind of format to them. So definitely, if you liked Memories, or the more recent Short Piece in particular, not in particular, but just in general, this is really, really cool. Even if you haven't seen those before, this is still worth seeing if you like old school anime. What's exciting about this is it had an official release. This just came out a couple weeks ago, maybe, and I'm so excited about it. It's basically another thing where you have different directors. I guess Katsuhiro Otomo and Atsuko Fukushima did the opening and endings for this, and then you had these other people. I don't know who all of these people are, but you guys might know, or you might be able to look them up. We have Hidetoshi Omori, Hiroyuki Kitakubo, Hiroyuki Kitazume, Koji Morimoto, Mao Lambdo, Takashi Nakamura, and Yasuomi Uematsu. So, I think it's a really cool cast of directors, and they're all just robot-related short stories. So it just runs the, gamut of just weird, interesting, cool stuff. And, this was kind of a visual spectacle at the time, too. I don't know exactly when this is from. I think it's the 80s. It looks wonderful, and it's a lot of fun to watch, so I highly, highly recommend it. This comes from Discotek, and I really think that they are doing the most for kind of the hobby of anime in terms of official releases right now. I mean, I guess aside from Viz actually, doing like Ranma and Sailor Moon and stuff like that, which is also exceptionally cool. But Discotek is sort of reaching back into a lot of that old classic stuff that was really good, but even things that like never had maybe official releases, releasing some of this stuff here for the first time now. But they haven't been around for a really long time, but they're doing exceptional work. In addition to Robot Carnival, they just released something that I'm arguably more excited about than that, which is Super Dimension Century Orgus. As you can kind of tell from the box art and the name of this here, basically, if you're into the Robotech trilogy stuff at all, Macross, Southern Cross, Mospeada, Orgus kind of loosely fits into that general suite of shows, and it's cheesy and fun and just goofy. I have such fond memories of this. This came out on VHS. It was a very early dub-only, localized release, and it fell prey to something that a lot of anime series releases have fallen prey to over the years, which is that it just was never finished. They got however many volumes in, and they just stopped. So, I'm sure it was that their first handful of stuff did pretty well, and then, progressively they sold less and less until they were just like, I don't know the exact circumstances, but for whatever reason, they never released it all here. So, what's extra exciting about this, not only is it on DVD for the first time, this is episodes 1 through 35, the entire series, and it even has the original dub on here. Now, dub purists out there, you guys are going to be disappointed. The original show, they only ever got up to, I guess, episode 17 is as far as they got. So they have that original dub on here, which I think is great for old time's sake. I'm going to watch it because it's going to bring back the memories of me watching this originally, and it will be so much fun. But they didn't, dub the whole series. Personally, I don't care. These shows are Japanese. If you can watch it in Japanese with subtitles, I think that especially for something like this, which this is the first time we've ever gotten to see this whole series officially. I've never seen a fan sub of it or anything. This will be my first time finishing Orgus. I love the opening and ending themes for this. Like I said, this show is super cheesy, but it's just so much fun. If you like old school anime like this, I highly recommend this. I'm so excited that Orgus has finally come out after all these years. And, definitely just, I hope that this is well received and people, support this release so that, they keep doing this kind of stuff, because it's very exciting to see them doing that. So, on to the video games that I picked up here. I've got Neo XYX, which I guess would be pronounced Eeks. Neo Eeks, or Zeeks, or something like that. So, Neo Eeks. This is a homebrew shooter, a shoot-'em-up, by NG Dev Team for the Dreamcast. You guys know that I love the Dreamcast, and I've been trying to get the homebrews, especially the NG Dev Team ones, because their stuff is awesome. Like Gunlord is amazing. So this is that same team. The graphics are excellent, and it's a vertical shooter. It's like a Tate mode shooter, so I can play this on my CRT, and it looks amazing. So I've got one that's like vertically oriented in my arcade cab. It's so cool. I've been playing this quite a bit, actually, at least for about a week after I got it. And it's hard, but there's only, I think, 6 stages, so I've been getting to the 6th or maybe the 5th stage. I haven't been able to beat it yet. I haven't even seen the end boss, I don't think, but still a really cool game. You only have so many lives and so many continues, so, it's a little challenging, but it's really neat. And, anyway, suffice to say, I did sell both of my copies of this, so I apologize to anybody that's, that's looking for it. But, the bummer is I think it's going to be really hard to find this now. We were kind of right on the tail end of, me being able to get these from somebody where I could get them at a price that was, reasonable to resell at. And, there were only a handful of these up on eBay. at the time when I put mine up. I sold the other one to Oricon, which was really cool. I hope that he's enjoying that a lot. And you know, if you guys want to be like, if you want to keep up on this stuff too, follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting out about this, and you know, that's how Oricon found out about it and picked up his copy. I just don't know if this is going to be easy to get anymore. It's definitely a fun game if you like shoot 'em ups. Next up is Dragon Quest Heroes. This is one of about 3 games that I said I was really looking forward to this holiday season, and it kind of snuck up on me. But you know, when I heard that it was out, I was like, all right, I'm just going to go to the, you know, store and pick up this game and play it. And that's what I've been doing for the past few days, and it's a lot of fun. I would say this met my expectations. I was, you know, kind of hoping that this would blow me away, and I'd be like, oh wow, this, you know, this fits this so well, and it was even better than I thought it was going to be. But it's pretty much like exactly what I wanted and nothing more. It's an action RPG. It was developed by the Dynasty Warriors developers. You know, kind of like what was it, Hyrule Warriors or something like that. Very, very similar kind of thing, although I didn't play that. From what I hear, this is actually like probably a little deeper and more fleshed out than Hyrule Warriors was in terms of being a, you know, kind of an action RPG. You've got an alchemy system in this, which I think is really cool. It's simple. You know, it kind of harkens back to, it's almost refreshing where, I said some of this stuff before. I won't go on too much about it, but it's just like a fun time, I guess. I don't know. I've been enjoying this quite a bit. I've sunk a lot of hours into it. It is, in the end, I think, fairly simple, but there's a lot of characters you can play. Just a lot of different, you know, quests that you can do and stuff like that. Some of it's a little repeaty, you know, go kill 60 enemies or go find this, you know, some items from these enemies or something like that. But it's still a lot of fun. It's fun, like leveling up your characters and stuff. It's cool. So very excited about that. And the last pickup. Now I did pick that up at Best Buy, and there's a little story to go along with it. I went there on the kind of late in the evening of the day that it came out, and you know, I'm there and I'm looking on the shelf and I didn't see it anywhere. So I was like, huh. You know, I mean, they're actually normally pretty good about having games on, at least on launch day. So I asked them, I'm like, hey, you know, do you guys have this game? And they're like, well, let me look. So they checked and they had 5. So the guy went out back, couldn't find anything, brought somebody else out. You know, we combed the aisles, we didn't find anything. So I was like, well, you know, did maybe people pre-order this? Do you guys have it like set aside or something? So they're like, well, let me check. So they went and they checked on that, and it seemed like maybe one of them had been pre-ordered, but we couldn't find the other 4. So you know, it was getting kind of late, and I'm just like, oh man, you know, I wonder if I can get to GameStop and, you know, if they've got it and stuff. But suffice to say, they found it out back and they brought it out to me, but it took kind of a long time. Just, you know, one of those stories of stuff that happens. I'm not holding it against them too badly, but that brings me to this next game, which I found on the shelf, and I was actually really surprised to find, because at least my local Best Buy has been really bad about keeping Vita games in stock. They just have like the really crummiest selection of, like, you know, 5 Vita games that they've had for the past year and a half. You know, it just really awful. And so that's why it extra blew my mind that they had this. And it's not even, I mean, it was only released, you know, not that long ago, but this isn't like the launch day for it, you know, and they didn't have it, I know for a fact, on the launch day, because I've been there a couple times since then and I've never seen it. But they happened to have Dungeon Travelers 2 with some really long subtitle, The Royal Library and the Monster Seal. Now, this game, I almost imported it. In fact, I almost imported the first one, which was, I believe, Two Heart Dungeon Explorers, I think. Maybe it was Dungeon Travelers, but I think it was Dungeon Explorers. And, yeah, you know, it just seemed like fun games. They're made by Aqua Plus. Atlas ended up localizing this one here, so, you know, if you guys are huge Atlas fans, well, you know, here, Atlas decided they thought this was worth publishing here. It is, you know, kind of like one of those moe, like lots of cute girls, dungeon crawling. From what I hear, it is pretty hard, but I'm just super excited that they released at least the second one here, and I went ahead and picked that up. It did come with a cool little calendar. I'll flip through it here for you guys, just kind of, soft warning, it is maybe slightly not safe for work, so if you guys want to just end the video now or skip ahead to my closing statements, you can, but we'll just flip through this really briefly here. It's nothing too awful, but you have, like, lounging girls. That's August. I don't know. I guess it starts from when the game was released, so then you have September. Here's October. I'll just flip through them like this. I don't have to, I can see what I'm doing on the video feed here, so. So anyway, very, very cute. Character designs, they look like they're by the, kind of the in-house, character designer, for Aqua Plus. A lot like the designs from, say, White Album, like the most recent, White albums that they did. So, anyway, just a really cute looking game, something I'm really looking forward to playing. Hopefully I take well to a challenging dungeon crawler. Who knows, but I bet you I'll enjoy it. And, yeah, those are my pickups. Like I said, if you guys want to keep abreast of the stuff I have available for sale and stuff like that, definitely check me out on Twitter. I have been doing sort of a mixture of kind of promotional video stuff for, the things that I'm selling and that kind of thing. I'm just going to be doing more of that because that's my business now and that's my life. And, I also am excited to share it with you guys because, I'm carrying stuff that I think is really cool and that I care about and that, I'm excited about. So I want to definitely, talk about that and let you guys, benefit from my own, experiences or, knowledge or games that I'm enjoying and that kind of thing. But, I'm also going to have just kind of interspersed with, my typical pickups videos and, anime I've been watching and that kind of stuff. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to that. And I hope you'll join me again for more video game and related videos. Thanks for watching.